Divine Rising, everybody. Everybody, let's see who's up this morning. Let's see who is up. I'm hoping this will working out today because yesterday I went live yesterday morning and thanks for joining. Can't tell what your name is, but thanks for joining. Hope you're having a divine morning. Good morning, Divine Rising. Let me see if I'm streaming from 4 different platforms, so hopefully everything is smooth over there. Y'all let me know where y'all joining from. I'm over here in the great state of Texas. Let's see. I'm showing it. From over in the great state of Texas. And let's see. I'm just trying to get this shared over on my Facebook stories. So thanks for joining, Nadine, Ali. How's it going over there? Let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Y'all stay with me. Stay with me. All right. Stay with a girl. How y'all doing over there in Facebook land, LinkedIn, and YouTube? Hopefully it keeps staying with me, okay? Because yesterday, I don't know what happened, but I know I didn't get the live going. Hey, Nurse Carrie, what's going on? What's going on? Let me know where you're tuning in from. Divine Rising. Okay, pushing 12 tribes of Israel. All right, Rico's in the house. Rico. Quentin Mosley. Quentin's in the house. Well, now look, y'all need to come on up over here at Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, because tell you what, TikTok's hot over here. So, y'all, look, I don't know if some of y'all can see over here on TikTok. I'm not sure. Let me get my screens together over here. That I will be going live in the morning, like it's the Home Shopping Network, okay? Hey, New Look. Thanks for joining. So, Yoshimi candles. So, Divine Rising. Donna's in the house. Hey, Donna. All right. So, look, if I'm facing over here, it's because I got TikTok over here. But, y'all, let me just say this is the early Sunday morning money moves. All right. And basically what this is that it's your exclusive invite to today's business overview. And like I said, I'm getting a little bit more obsessed and aggressive with my business and who I'm talking to. Y'all look, my market is I love to target my queens, my queen sis, and introverts. So basically, if you are watching, it's time to stop watching, guys. It's time to start watching and start building. So there's no more waiting, no more overthinking, because I know sometimes, we overthink. And if you've been looking for a way to create passive income without chasing people or feeling drained by social media, this is your invitation on today. Hey, Rodney, thank you for joining. Emmy, thank you for joining. Look, y'all just popping in and popping out. Saved by his grace. Thanks for joining, one and only. Thanks for joining. Aaron Lee is out there. All right. I don't know, it's kind of going a little fast here. Rodney Chavez, thank you. Thank you for joining. And y'all look, like I said, it was told yesterday. If y'all are watching, go ahead and tap that screen over there on TikTok. And y'all, if y'all over here on Facebook, go ahead and hit that like button. You know what, y'all, and let me know where y'all tuning from. Drop it in the comments where you are tuning in from. And we're gonna get into this. Like I said, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here for a little bit. So y'all know y'all gonna be popping in and out, and that's great. That's great. So, but like I said, this is your exclusive invite to today, exclusive invite to today's business overview. So, and that's at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard. Look, if you want to tune in, be sure to drop info in the comments. Drop info in the comments. Thanks for joining, Rome Builder. Hey, R&R, you gonna come and hang out with me? Let me know where you're tuning in from. Drop it in the comments, all right? And y'all tap that screen. Tap the screen. Hey, Kat, thanks for joining. So basically, who's this exclusive overviews for? It is perfect for, look, for introverts, professionals, and anyone who is actually tired of working hard, right? Working hard with nothing to show for it. And let me go ahead and put this out there. Now, if you are oh yeah. If you are basically this is right now, we're in 20. This is for 20 locations, right? Let me turn the phone, my laptop trying to get hot over here. Let me cool it down. But yes, we are not in some locations. It's definitely, if you're in the United States, you definitely want to hop on this. Basically, there is one way to build income online. Hey, thanks for joining, Athena. Thanks for joining, Hermila. DC Cowboys. All right. Thanks for joining. Well, I'll tell you, TikTok is hot over here, baby. All right. Y'all, tap that screen. But anyway, but like I said, if you want more information, drop it in the comments. But I prefer, like, because I'm on TikTok. If you're over here on TikTok, just DM me for the private link. So like I said, I will be going live every day. I can't tell you a specific time, but I will definitely be on here every day. So I don't want to give no time. So if y'all see that notification pop up, boom, hop on and link in with me. All right. Hey, Lush, thanks for joining. User, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining me on this morning. So let's get into this live stream right now. All right. So like I said, today is basically just not no ordinary Sunday morning. I don't know what y'all typically do on Sunday morning, but I know yesterday, look, people out shopping, spending money, right? So spend some. Spending money, but so instead of spending money, how about making some, right? Hey Zane, hey Glendon, chicken lover. Okay, chicken lover. Apostle John, thanks for joining. Zane, thanks for joining. Y'all, look, Tap the screen over there. Tap the tap. Like I said, it costs you nothing to tap the screen, right? If you're not following me, go ahead and follow Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe. All right. Um, like I said, look, like I said, it's Sunday morning, and like I said, today is just not no ordinary day. Okay, it's an opportunity to change your financial future. Who's out there looking to change their financial future? Let me know in the comments if you are looking to change your financial future. I mean, that's why I'm here, right? Because I am out here, I'm here to show you how you can change your financial future, right? So imagine every single day. Have y'all ever just sit there and just imagine waking up every day knowing your income is building itself even while you're sleeping? Look at that. Panzera, thanks for joining. Look, have y'all ever just imagined that? Y'all let me know in the comments. Have y'all just really just imagined, just waking up knowingly knowing that your income is building itself, right? And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm here to talk about on today. We talking about sleep money today, y'all. I don't know. Y'all know about sleep money? Look, I like sleep money. All right. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm giving you an exclusive invite to our private Zoom on today at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard, where you'll see exactly how we are doing this, right? Showing exactly how we're doing this. I mean, I can probably spend this time actually talking about it, but the thing is, it's not a telltale, it's a show and tell, right? So basically, I want to show you how we're doing this. So if you if this resonates with you about, learning how your income can build itself, right? Then you want to drop me a DM, especially if you're over here on TikTok, like Facebook. Y'all can drop it in the comments, drop info. You can drop info over here. It's just that on TikTok, it's just I have to probably take a note of that because I'm using TikTok Live Studio and I'm still really just learning this platform, so I'm not real familiar with it. So that's what I'm saying. If you want this information to join me on today, then tap in and send me a DM. And if you're not following me, go ahead and follow me. Thanks for joining, Shabazz. Thanks for joining. So, but like I said, let's talk about why most people stay stuck and how to break out, right? So, but before I get into that, I do want to say, let me let everybody know who this is for, because this is not for everybody. So this is for introverts, busy professionals, and anyone who is tired of working paycheck to paycheck. Y'all, look, I've been tired of that. I've been tired of that. So this is a journey. This is a journey. It's not something that, it's not where get rich, because get rich is basically, to me, will be something like a scheme. So this is not no get rich quick space or opportunity, because it's not. But so why do most people stay stuck, right? Why do most people stay stuck? Can anybody drop that in the comments? Why most people stay stuck and how you feel like that you can break out, right? How you feel that you can break out. Like I said, I'm going to be here. Y'all going to hear me say the same thing over and over. And basically, financial freedom, personal freedom, and time freedom. How many of y'all got time freedom? How many of y'all have time freedom? If you got time freedom, let me know in the comments. right? Let me know. Y'all, and like I said, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to tap the screen. Tap the screen. Tap, tap, tap. Look, I know it's early, but like I said, this is something that I said that I will be committed to myself, that I will go live every day, right? It's a commitment to myself, right? That I will go live every day and talk to you about these three freedoms. And basically, this is how why most people stay stuck is because they haven't been told how to be unstuck. I mean, really. The only thing we know is that we've been conditioned to believe go to school, get good grades. That's what they call it. Let me see. Can y'all hear me over here? Okay, y'all can hear me over here. All right. I don't know if y'all can hear me on TikTok. Let me go check out TikTok real quick. Because I don't know if y'all can hear me. Yeah, but like I said, y'all, I'm gonna be here. Thanks for joining. I am bad at games. I don't know if you're bad at games in the sense of you're good or you just bad. Anyway, but it doesn't matter. we talking about we're talking about how to change your life, right? And like I said, let me just go ahead and tell you who I really like I said, I'm Shakitha, and you know, when people ask me what it is that I do, I actually help introverts build introvert women build financial freedom and live life on their own terms, right? That's who I help. But it's not limited to just women. But if you someone, like I said, who is wanting to build financial freedom, then you come to the right live. If that's not you, then I would like respectfully tell you, this is not for you right now. I mean, so if you're not looking to, you know, change your life, if you are definitely satisfied with where you are in your life, if you already got financial freedom, time freedom, and personal freedom, then I mean, you on the right path. If you already have those three things, then you're on the right path. If you don't have those things, then I would say y'all need to tap in with me, okay? Today at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard, but we're going to show you how you can get these three freedoms, right? And especially if you are an introvert. Hey, Tazilla, thanks for joining. But if that's you, then I would really encourage you to tap in on today, and learn how you can, you know, have these three freedoms, because I know everybody wants freedom. I mean, and we're talking about freedom in these three senses. Like I said, financial, personal, and look out, I'm still half asleep. Financial, personal, and time, right? So if you want those three freedoms, great. And let me tell you, this live is for those. These is like I said, it's for introverts, busy professionals, anyone who is tired of working paycheck to paycheck. I mean, y'all work, y'all comment in the comments with me. Y'all gonna be here for a little while. I'm only 19 minutes into this, all right? Only 19 minutes into it. And I got my tea over here because it's too early to be eating, because it's like 4:17 a.m. in the morning right now. What time is it where you at right now? What time is it where you are right now? Y'all, if y'all look, if y'all know anybody, any introverts, any busy professionals, anybody who is tired of living paycheck to paycheck, then share this live. Share this live with them so they can tap in. And if you're watching this on the replay, you can still drop info or DM me if you like the invite. If you like the invite. To the business overview on today. So a lot of people talk about, what's going on. And like I said, that's, I I am a person who really cares. Um, but I don't, bring that energy into my space. Um, so what I do is I simply just hold space. Now I don't bring it into my space, but I do hold space. I mean, for those who are having situations that's happening to them, and so we should have a second not be able to survive because they have not positioned themselves, with a second source of income, right? So a lot of people won't be able to survive. And so you're going to be back at the next thing trying to, come on. So you're definitely going to be needing a second source of income. And look, let's like, really just break down these freedoms though, really. Um and I said this size, what time freedom look like for you. Hey, really just said, look, how you can get the, those freedoms, right? I think I'm froze over here. Yeah. And how you can get those freedoms, how you can get that freedom, how can you be free, with your time, get time freedom. Have you thought about that? Mm, that's reality. You change this. So have you really even thought about, have you ever visualized financial freedom, what that look like for you? Have you really thought about what financial freedom looks like for you? And if you had financial freedom, what would you do? Drop it in the comments. If you had financial freedom, drop it in the comments and let me know what it is that you would do if you had financial freedom. Take a moment and think about that. So let's talk about, that personal freedom. What does it look like for you? Right? So what if you could, you know, earn more money, travel more and experience more? What if you could design your ideal life? What if you could do that? What would you do? What would that look like for you? How could that impact your family's life? You know what I'm saying? How could that impact your family life? Right? How would that impact your family life? Let me know. Let me know. Because this is like, if you ever thought about this, see, this is why I'm here, because the thing is, I know there's a lot of people out there trying to figure it out, right? And so we have a vehicle that where you don't have to figure it out because it's already been figured out for you, right? Hey, Chris, thanks for joining. So you don't even have to figure that out. So this is why I'm here inviting you to an exclusive business overview on today at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard, to learn about how you can have these three freedoms, right? If you are joining me, let me know where you're tuning in from. I would love to know. And tap the screen over here on TikTok. Tap the screen over here. Like I said, it costs you nothing to tap. I mean, you already got your finger on the phone, right? You already got your finger. Just tap it a little bit. But yeah, it's early, and I'm talking about freedom. I'm talking about freedom. Yes, I am. And I am inviting you to exclusive business overview on today to show you how you can tap into three freedoms, right? How you can tap into three freedoms: financial freedom, personal freedom, and time freedom. I think I said that right. Financial, personal, and time freedom. So, and who is this for? This is for introverts, busy professionals, and people who work hard and tired of living from paycheck to paycheck, or working hard and not having anything to show for it. I mean, how many of us do that? I mean, I remember experiencing that. Working hard. You working hard, but your money never long enough. How do you say, it's more month than money? Hey, Patricia, thanks for joining. But, so that's what we're talking about. Financial freedom, personal freedom, time freedom. What that look like for you. Drop it in the comments. I mean, drop it in the comments. Let me turn this off because my phone will go off. All my alarms start going off. But anyway, yeah, drop it in the comments. Let me know. And if you, like I said, if you're someone who wants to tap in, if you're that busy professional, if you that person is tired of working paycheck to paycheck and not seeing anything show for it, if you're an introvert and you want to find a space where you can fit in, right? Join me on today. Drop info, DM me, whichever one works for you. But like I said, if you're over here on TikTok, then I would suggest you to actually DM me so I can get you the information, right? So that you can join me on today at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard, right? Like I said, and the thing is, and I know, look, I know y'all see so many things out there that you can tap into. But if I tell you, and like I said, I don't knock any other opportunity out there, but I will say this: the one we have is definitely aggressive, and people, I mean, all walks of life are doing this. I was on a call on yesterday's, which is called one of our director spotlights, and people are blazing through the ranks because they want these three freedoms. Some are retiring, and they're doing it in a matter of a short time because they are basically are serious about their whys, why they want this freedom, why they want the financial freedom, why they want the personal freedom, why they want the time freedom. I mean, one of our directors, her husband, had, you know, diagnosed with cancer. She said she almost lost him. So, it was important for her to position herself financially. It was important for her to position herself to have that time freedom. Because why? She's working every day. It's kind of hard, and you got one income. If one income go away because that other party or that other person was the other source of income, that brings you down to one income. And then if she's having to support her husband, going to the doctor, making sure he's okay, make sure he's getting the right treatment and everything like that, right? Okay, that takes away from your financial freedom. Because like I said, we all know if you stop working, that means your money stopped. Your paycheck stopped coming. There's no money coming into the house. So this is what we're talking about when we talk about passive income. See, you do something one time and get paid over and over and over again for it. So this is what we're talking about. This is where you get into that financial freedom, when you get into that financial freedom space, right? So, if you got that right now, then I say kudos to you. My hats go off to you because you already have positioned yourself. But if you're not there, right? If you're not there, like I said, if and I'm not speaking nothing into nobody's existence at all. But if you go into work tomorrow and they walk you out the door, will you be able to survive? What would be your next step? How would that impact your family? Let me know in the chat. How would that impact your family? Because if you're not positioned, if you don't have a second source of income, and that's the thing, like I said, my Uncle Warren Buffett say. Uncle Warren, he says, hold on, y'all. But yeah, so my Uncle Warren says, never rely on a single source of income. And I know some of y'all might have heard this. Never rely on a source of income. You must invest to create a second source. So meaning that, look, I'm going to tell you the key word he said. He said invest to create a second source, meaning that you're going to have to invest in a second source of income, to create it, right? So meaning that, a lot of people don't want to spend money to invest in themselves. Look, I'm gonna do it all day long. And I understand, don't get me wrong, I understand why people don't do it, because they feel like, I'm gonna get scammed, or, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, I've been scammed for a lot of money. I'm talking about $23,000 one time. Okay. So I get it. So, the thing is, I know that I must have a second source. I must invest into a second source. But like I always say, you got to do your due diligence. And that was on me, because I didn't really do my due diligence, right? I didn't do the research. I didn't go check it out. So that's what I'm saying. But in order to, make sure that you're secured, you need a second source income. And how can you do that? You can capitalize on what we call is the power of leverage, which takes you into that residual income space, right? That's what Uncle Warren's talking about. That's my uncle, y'all. Uncle Warren. I don't know if y'all uncle. We got a lot of uncles out here. But yeah. So if you want to know more about how you can position yourself, how you can position yourself to leverage and have residual income, passive income, look, y'all tap in with me today at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard. We're talking about in the next 12 hours. Thanks for joining the hours of Patricia Wayne. Not sure who you are because it's in cursive. I don't know what that writing is, but I can never read it. Let I don't know. Mr. Moore, whoever just joined. Thank you for joining. But like I said, that's what this is all about. And like I said, who is this for? It's for introverts, busy professionals, people who tired of living from paycheck to paycheck. I mean, if that's you, look, tap in. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna keep saying the same thing over and over. Because the thing is, that's what people are looking for. I mean, if you're gonna tell me, and I know people say things like this, money is not everything, and it's a tool. It's a tool. I'm gonna say that money is a tool, and everybody, if you don't have it, should have it because that tool takes care of a lot of things. So we're gonna look at money as a tool, right? Because money is a tool. Because without that tool, you really can't survive unless you just a person who wants it out there to be a nomad, you know. And I'm gonna tell you, homeless people, I'm gonna say, some of them, I have to applaud them because they're out there and they roughing it, but they enjoy it. And I can sometimes, in a sense, understand why because they don't have to deal with, paying bills, all that kind of stuff. And if I tell you, them are the greatest hustlers ever. They're the greatest hustlers ever. So, like I said, I don't ever kick nobody down about anything because the thing is, you know what, whatever they're doing to make money, they're surviving, they're doing it. But if you got a family, all right, if you got a family, you got children, you know, and you're working all the time and you can't get to their events because, like I said, if you got to try to get time off. Sometimes you can't get time off. And I remember those days where I couldn't get time off. So, first part of the year, whenever that time comes up where we get our, all our days where we start picking our days off, we bidding for, days to be off. I think, I worked at AT&T and went through all their name changes, but it's now AT&T. But we had to bid for our days off. And if you was like, one of those senior reps, which I was, I always, for the most part, got the days I wanted off. But for those who came in behind me and had, you got a family, you want to take a vacation, especially when the kids are out on spring break, man, it was hard. It was hard. So, sometimes, you don't even get to take those family vacations, right? Depending on what your seniority is on a job. You having to bid for days. I mean, I really got to the point where, when my mom, she got sick, right? She got sick. They diagnosed her with stage 4 cancer. And I told the story on yesterday. And I didn't even understand what it was. I didn't even understand cancer. But then when I began to understand, I missed work. I had one I had already pre-scheduled a week to be off. But then I missed like three weeks of work. Only one of those weeks was paid for. 40 hours? But the other 2 weeks, I wasn't getting paid. I was not getting paid. So meaning that I was taking money away, out of the house because I stopped working. Because when I wasn't working, and that was like 80 hours, and I got paid pretty good. I got paid pretty good, but that was 80 hours gone. Now I was missing, but it was, if I tell you, it was worth me missing, those days, to be there with my mom because today she's not here. It was all worth it. But if I had to position myself where I had financial freedom, if I had the time freedom, if I had the personal freedom, I wouldn't have missed no money because guess what? I would have had that second source of income taking care of that. Right? But no, I didn't have that. So this is why it's important that we have a second source, that we create that second. So we invest in a second source. And I'm not talking about go get another job. because that's taking away your time. That's taking away your time freedom, right? That's taking away your time. And that even tap into your personal freedom, because if you spending all your time working, trying to make ends meet, then you have, and say if you are, making that extra money, right? Say if you are, you don't got time to do nothing with it. You don't even have time for your family, because what? You're always working. And then you back in that cycle trying to find how can I take off? So you got to balance between two jobs. Okay, well, I can get off on this job right here, but let me see if I can get off on this one, right? Because if you're off on this one, then you work in the other one. So you still not free. You still tied to somebody else's dream. You tied to somebody else's business. So why not position yourself to have your own second source? And see, and that's what I'm saying. With us, if you tap in, we're going to show you how to have 8 sources. 8. We talk about having 2, but we're going to talk about 8. 8 sources of income. So I'm telling you right now, if you want to tap in and find out how you can have 8 sources of income, then I say connect with me on today at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard, and find out. Find out if this could be a right fit for you. I mean, I'm not going to say it is, because it may not be, but at least you saw, right? At least you saw for yourself, and you can make a sound decision for yourself. But like I said, I'm not going to tell you about it, but I can tell you some tidbits about it. 8 streams of income. Can you imagine having 8 streams of income? I mean, can you imagine that? Look, let me know in the comments. Imagine having 8 streams of income and how that will impact your family's life. How's it going to impact your life, for one? How will that impact your life? What would it do for you if you had 8 streams of income right now? Y'all not talking, but I tell you what, we can always talk and chat you along. And here's the deal, y'all. If y'all would like to hit me up and just talk to me for about, we can have a 15-minute conversation. I mean, because I want y'all to know who I am. I want y'all to know that y'all can trust me, for one. I'm a trusted individual. I trust me. I trust me. I mean, look, I wouldn't be on here talking y'all about this. I wouldn't even be on here talking about 8 freedoms. I mean, because look, I'm here to help. I'm here to help you help your family. Help your friends. Right? Imagine you have a residual income. Doing something one time and getting paid for it over and over. Getting paid for, getting paid residual income from leveraging people that you don't even know. Right? Right? Look, all I'm saying is, y'all tap in. Y'all tap the screen. I know I got somebody standing over here with me, but whoever just joined, thank you for joining. Appreciate you. But yes, y'all, look. That's what we're talking about here. Look, we talking about these 3 freedoms. And what my Uncle Warren Buffett said. Hey, Mark, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. Hope you're having a divine morning this morning. Says divine rising to you. But yes, look, like I said, I'm going to be on here just a little bit longer. I call it, like I said, I made a commitment to myself that I will get on here every day. I'm not going to give you a certain time, because the thing is, it could be any time, more or less early in the morning, because that's what time I'm up, early in the morning. Thanks for joining, Lady Mary only. But yeah, early mornings for me, kind of like, the home shopping network. Well, I don't know, say I'm the early morning making money moves. I don't know. I'll figure that later. But anyway, so but yeah, we talking, like I said, financial freedom, personal freedom, time freedom. If you have all those, like I said, hats off to you, and understand what financial freedom is meaning that, you have multiple sources of income and that you're not dependent on one source, right? Personal freedom, you have time to actually enjoy that. Time freedom, that you have time to enjoy it. A lot of people don't have it. I mean, you can have financial freedom, but if it's tied to a second job, then you don't have it. And I'm not talking about a hustle, a side hustle either. A side, side hustle. No, we're not talking about that either. It's position yourself to where you are having passive and residual income, right? So if, like I said, who is this for? It's for my introverts, my busy professionals, and those who tired of living from paycheck to paycheck. If that's you, you should tap in with me. Drop in the comments, right? Drop in the comments. DM me. If you don't want to drop in the comments, you're more than welcome to DM me. All right. I understand. Some people care what other people think, but I don't. We have to get out of that space, y'all. Caring what other people think about what it is that we do and how we do. It doesn't matter, because for what I'm gonna tell you this, at the end of the day, I used to get I'm gonna say ridiculed for not wanting to be poor. And let me break that down to you. Passing over opportunities repeatedly because I didn't want to. So I didn't pass over opportunities. I mean, sometimes I got into them and they weren't for me. So I just move on to the next thing. But I tell you right now, what I'm talking about today, what you will experience on today, you'll understand why I'm talking to you about it right now. Because in this space, you have the opportunity to have 8 sources of income, right? 8 sources of income. Not 1, not 2, but 8, right? And that it will definitely position you to have those 3 freedoms that I've been talking about. So if you want to know more about those 3 freedoms and how you can get there, then I encourage you to tap in with me today at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right? I mean, it's like I said, it costs you nothing. Costs you nothing to look and listen at all. It takes up a little bit of your time. I mean, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I'll give up 30 minutes of my time to somebody gonna show me how I can be financial free, personally free, time free. I'll give up 30 minutes of my time. If it's gonna show me how to get to those freedoms, and there's a roadmap for me to get there, I'm there. I'm definitely there. So yeah, I don't miss out. And I did have a link that you can go and register for it. But I forgot to put it on there. I can put it in the comments. Let me see. I think. Yeah, I can. So I can drop that link in there. If you want to tap in, you can go ahead and register from over there. Let me go ahead and put it over here. Over here. And basically, it's basically my name. So y'all see my name, just go to shakithalewis.com and it's going to pop up with a screen. It's going to have my picture on it, but you can pop up. That's on YouTube. And YouTube having a problem over there. Probably could, but yeah. Go ahead and pop in over there at that link, shakithalewis.com, and go ahead and get registered for today. Being it's today, and of course, I'm still working on my automation. Hey, Mitchy, thanks for joining. But like I said, we're talking about these 3 freedoms: personal freedom, time freedom, financial freedom. And like I said, if you have them, that's great. If you don't, then I encourage you, come tap in with me. Tap in with me. Instead of watching people build, instead of watching, start building yourself. Stop sitting on and watch everybody like this. A lot of people want to when you do that, you're missing out. You're missing out on positioning yourself in the right position too. Because you're skeptical about what's going to. Well, I'm gonna wait and see how it goes for this person. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, everybody's work ethic is different. So you might be waiting a long time, waiting on somebody else, when you could have already been positioned for these 3 freedoms already yourself. Position yourself to have 8 streams of income, but no, you're waiting on somebody else. You're waiting to see what they're gonna do. Me personally, I'm not waiting on nobody. Because if my freedom depends on somebody else, waiting on somebody else to see what they're gonna do, I'm gonna always be stuck. And that's one reason why people are stuck, because they're waiting on somebody else. Stop waiting on people. And if you're someone who don't believe in yourself, start believing in yourself. You can do this. Stop looking for external validation for somebody to validate what you should be doing. Because I'm gonna tell you this, at the end of the day, you can talk to somebody and ask them for their advice on whatever the situation is, whatever the circumstance is. They can give you every single tool. Even what I'm doing right now, I can give you every single tool how to help guide you, because I can't fix nobody's problem. I cannot. But I can give you every single tool to use to help guide you through this situation. But at the end of the day, you have to be the one to actually use the tool. So if you don't use the tool, that's on you, right? Because I don't have a solution to nobody's problem. I don't have a solution to nobody's problem, but I could put something in front of you that can help you with your problem. Because I'm going to say this, everybody has a solution to their problems. Because why? We are the creator of our problems. We create the problems. We actually create our own problems. Because like I said, I can provide you with tools, but if you never use those tools, why did I even provide it to you, right? If you ask me and you know you're not going to utilize that tool, then why did you ask? Because you're gonna do what you want to do anyway, right? You're gonna do what you want to do anyway. I mean, I remember my daughter. I was talking to her. She was telling me about some stuff that was going on with her. And I'm like, and I'm probably providing her with some tools. You know what she told me? She said, "You can tell me all this, but that don't mean I'm gonna do it." And you know what? You know what I said? I don't care if you do it. I said, it's up to you whether you do with it. I just provided you with some tools. But one thing I will not do is have you continue to waste my time, especially if you come with me with the same thing over and over, when you know that at the end of the day, you're the solution to your own problem. Because the thing is, part of it, you created it. If your problem is attached to somebody else, then I suggest you detach yourself from that person that's creating and helping you with your problem, right? If they're not in there to help you to guide you through, then there's no reason for you to be there with that person. And I'm not telling nobody to break up with nobody either, okay? I'm just saying if something is causing you your problem, and you know this, you got to detach yourself from the problems, from that problem, in order for it to be the solution to the problem. So detach from it, right? But again, like I said, I'm not here to, to beg you, try to persuade you or anything, because you know your situation. You know what's going on. You know what it is that you want. I'm just positioning a let me say a vehicle. I like to use the term a vehicle that can help you with a problem that you're experiencing, especially if it's in these three areas: financial, personal, and time freedom, right? That's all I'm here for. And I'm here to help you. I mean, a lot of people don't want to be helped, and a lot of people don't even want these freedoms. So if you don't want them, then I'm not even talking to you, right? I'm not even talking to you. I mean, what is your vision? Do you have goals? Do you have any goals? Do you know where you're going to be in the next year, 1 to 5 years from now? If you're doing the same thing, have you ever thought about that? If you're going to be doing the same thing for the next 1 to 5 years and thinking you'll get something different, well, that's not going to happen. And we know what that's called. Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. That is insane. It is insanity. So why keep doing yourself that way? Thinking that if I'm gonna tell you right now, if anybody ever think that they're gonna ever keep going to work and get rich and and I'm gonna say this, the only way that's gonna happen, using your job for an investment to build that second source of income. Absolutely. Use your job to invest in another source of income. So your job is basically your investment tool. Because why? Money is a tool. And then, like I said, and if I can invest in a second source, then I'm definitely going to do it. But I'm talking about 8 sources, right? 8 sources. So all I'm saying is, if this is for you, and if I said anything that resonates with you, and you want to know more about this, tap in with me today at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard, and come see how you can get access to these 3 freedoms, how this is going to free you up, right? Look, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard. Because like I said, look, I don't know about y'all, but I already positioned myself. And I am helping those who are tired. If you're tired, I understand. You're tired of not being able to have the time to, go to your children's events, and you're having to depend on somebody else to do it, because I understand it, because when I was working, I didn't have time. My mom, and I'm really was grateful for her, because if I couldn't get off because I need to go pick my children up from school, she did it for me. But if you don't have that type of support, you really need to position yourself. My mom was available. She supported me when I needed my children picked up from school. Because if I had to miss work, guess what? It tapped into my finances, right? Because I had to miss work. And the thing is, I can remember, if some of these jobs that we work on, they work off of point systems, right? I was always, hear me, always on the edge of being fired because I had maxed out my points. Okay. Always on the edge of losing my job because I had maxed out my points because I had to miss work. I'm gonna tell you, I had a problem child. Okay, I had a problem child. I was always having to leave work to go to the school, and so I had to make a decision so that either so that I can keep my job and to have some money coming in. I had to go part time because I didn't have that extra support in the house. So you know what? That half my income. So my income started being half of what I was making. And I'm gonna say, by the grace of God, okay, I was able to survive. Barely, but I had support. And a lot of people don't have support. So it's very important that you create that second source, you invest in a second source. It's important because if you don't, I mean, how can you survive? You going to work tomorrow and they say, okay, we no longer need you. How can you survive? And I'm gonna say this too, because I eventually I ended up getting let go. I mean, it was kind of like a choice though, because when my mom was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, and I missed two straight weeks of work, total of 3 weeks, but one of those weeks I had already scheduled it off. They said, hey, you need to come back to work. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna say before it got into that, I actually went back to work one day. And I really had decided I'm really tired of being there. I was already tired. I got tired of going through that revolving door. And at the time they had a revolving door. They don't have a revolving door now. But they had a revolving door. I said, I am so sick and tired of going through this revolving door. And mind you, I didn't have a second source of income, but I was tired. Okay. Now I probably had something in a position that wouldn't quite, I wasn't quite really working, but I mean, I didn't have a second source of income. I didn't. But I end up, they told me, my manager told me, hey, you need to come back to work. So when I got back to work and and he says, hey, why don't you resign so you can come back? Well, I'm already tired. So you already know I'm not resigning. I don't even want an option for me to come back. So I said, no. I said, do what you got to do. Fire me. So they let me go. I packed up I had already packed up my stuff because I already knew I didn't want to be there. So when I had left, when I had came back that one day, I packed up all my stuff, cleared my whole desk off because I already knew that I didn't want to come back. So I actually left, but I'm gonna tell you what happened though. Because I did invest in a 401k, right? I did. That's what I actually used to actually survive for a little while. It didn't last very long. I mean, but I had a lot invested in it, but I wish that I knew, instead of doing what I did to reinvest it back into another investment plan. But I didn't know that. So what I did was I paid off some things to where I wouldn't have, those major bills coming in, like my car. I paid my car off. My house was paid off. And the only thing I really had to take care of was insurance and um insurance and okay, I don't know what this is. Okay, hold on, y'all. Okay, I didn't slide it over. Okay, here we go. Bam. Okay, I don't know. They detected some inactivity, but anyway, thanks for joining, Chris. But like I said, I actually, like I said, had 401k, paid off all my bills and all that kind of stuff. And like I said, it only lasted for a little while. And the only thing that I had to really take care of was my essentials. And so I had set myself up pretty good. I mean, because like I said, my house was paid off when I paid my house off in 4 years. And I can tell you a strategy of how I did that so quickly. Because I don't know if y'all purchasing. Matter of fact, I'm gonna share that. If y'all are purchasing a house, and most people, if you got children at home, and we work and we file our income tax, and most people when they get their income tax, what they do, they go buy another vehicle, they go buy TVs, they go buy furniture, they go buy all this stuff. What I did was I paid my house payment up for a whole year. And then what I did is kind of like the compound effect. I started paying my house payment, my mortgage payment every single month, even though I paid it up for a whole year. Now, if I had a moment like, where I'm missing some money or something where I had to miss work and I had to miss a payment, guess what? It was already paid. I didn't have to worry about it because my house payment was paid up for a year. So I was able to compound and pay my house off really quickly when I had little people at the house and I'm getting these income tax. So of course, I actually, use my income tax wisely. I didn't go out and buy new vehicles and furniture and everything every time, income tax year came around. Because one thing that I learned is that the income tax is not even guaranteed that we're going to even get it. I mean, and that's money that you work for. So what I did was I adjusted my W4 was a W4 and made sure that I got my money throughout the year. So it makes sense. If you wanted more money at the throughout the year so that you can survive, stop trying to get it at the end of the year when you know you're going to blow it. You're not going to invest it in anything, and this will be the best time to invest it because we are at the beginning of the year. This is the best time to start investing in a second source of income, right? This is the best time to do it right now. So when you get your income tax, I'm telling you, find you a second source and invest in it. Find a second source and invest in it. I mean, because like I said, you don't know what tomorrow's going to hold for you. If you're in corporate America, you don't know if if you're going to go in and your job is going to be there. I mean, it's happening every day. People are getting laid off every day, and they're being laid off and don't have and not able to survive. I mean, do you even have? I mean, even if you had like uh are you saving money? Are you putting money to the side? Are you spending everything that you got? Or you don't even have enough to even actually have a savings? But I'm gonna tell you this: one thing that I learned, I don't care what. Always pay yourself first. I learned to pay myself first. So whatever deposits go into my account, and I'm very disciplined with doing this, I take 10 to 20% and I put it over in another account. I mean, if you don't have this, have a mutual fund set up. Set up a mutual fund for those emergency funds because you never know when you might have that emergency, right? I mean, like I said, I don't work a traditional 9 to 5. I do contract work. I bid for the jobs that I do, and I do pretty good. Sometimes I do good, sometimes I don't. So I have to really minimize my costs until my business really takes off and where it starts, where this sleep money we talking about, when it really kicks in high gear, right? So like I said, I'm still on this journey too. I have the vehicle, okay? I have the vehicle. But it takes work. Just like you work that job, you got to work your business. I mean, and the thing is, and if you're not really good with stocks and cryptocurrency and things like that, if you don't got time to learn that stuff, because you're gonna have to learn it, you know what I'm saying? Or you're gonna have to have a broker. I mean, I actually got a broker. I mean, because I don't know the stuff. I know a little bit about it. I did good with some crypto, some Bitcoins, did pretty good. But I mean, I still have it. I just let it sit there. I just keep reinvesting into it. So I'm always investing in something. I don't know. I don't know if y'all heard about Acorn. Go invest. I mean, let your money start working for itself. You know what I'm saying? That's what the rich people do. They don't work hard for their money. They let their money work hard for them. You got to change the way that you think about money. I had a conversation, with one of my business partners. I told her, I said, you know what? I said, people will not believe, that you're serious about, your business if you're not talking about it. You got to change your conversation. You got to change your conversation. Because if I am over there, if I'm working and I'm complaining about the job and I'm complaining about this, and conversation like, look, people looking at your conversation, they listen to your conversation, right? They're not going to take you serious. But you got to change, sometimes you got to change what it is that we're doing. Thanks for joining, T Mackey. You like what they say, you want better, you gotta change up some things. You want financial freedom, you want personal freedom, you want time freedom, you gotta change some things. You gotta do something different. Because it's not just gonna fall in your lap, right? It's not gonna fall in your lap. And don't get me wrong, I believe in manifestation because some things, things will happen. Things will, things can, the universe can position, you to be in the right place in the right time. And right now, hey, Colita, thanks for joining. You could be in the right position right now. This could be it right here. But don't be in that poor mentality. And what I mean about poor mentality is passing over opportunities repeatedly. How many times, and think about this, how many times have you passed over something because of your skepticism? And you had a scarcity mindset because you didn't want to invest. I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to invest. You're going to spend money. It would say you got to spend money to make money. And I'm going to even break this down to the job side. Okay, you got to spend money to get to that job, right? You got to spend money to make the money because if you don't spend no money buying gas, make sure you got a vehicle, make sure you got clothes to get there, you're going to spend money. You got to spend money to go make some money. You can't go to that job naked. But you're going to get on patent terms. Some people will get on patent terms, but again, if you don't have a vehicle, what you going to do? You're going to get an Uber, get a cab, pay somebody. So you got to spend money to make money. I don't care how you want to look at it. You want to spend money to make money in some kind of way, right? So you got to get away from having a scarcity mindset about, I gotta spend some money. Well, you spend the money anyway. But is that money giving you return on what you spend it? No, it's not. It's giving you return on what you invest in. People will spend $200-$300 on a pair of shoes, but won't spend that type of money to invest in themselves to have a second source of income. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Hey, Kathy. Thanks for joining. But make it make sense. And like I said, if y'all are tuning in, y'all tapping in right now, look, we're talking about 3 freedoms and how you can get to those 3 freedoms. What those 3 freedoms are: financial freedom, personal freedom, and time freedom. And if you already have those freedoms, like I said, hats off to you. But if you don't, and you want to know how you can get those 3 freedoms, if I can show you a way to get those 3 freedoms, would you be open to listen? Will you be open to watch? Like I said, I dropped in the comments where you can go ahead and register for today's business overview. Tap in with me and see how this can be the vehicle, possibly be the vehicle for you to have those financial freedom, personal freedom, and time freedom. Like I said, and who is this for? This is for introverts. It's for the business professional. It's for the people who are tired of living from paycheck to paycheck. And when I say this, y'all, look, we're talking about a second source of income. I'm not telling you to quit your job. That's definitely not, because you need money to make money. I just said that. You must have money to make money. You must have money to invest. So just know you have to have money to invest. in that second source. And if you don't have a source, then I'm going to encourage you to go get a job. Okay. If you don't have no money coming into your household, you need to go get a job so that you can have that money to invest. So you can have that job to invest in that second source, because it's like I said, it's not going to fall in your lap unless you know somebody that really see that you can, run with this and run with anything. If they trust to invest in you, hey, go for it. But I'm gonna tell you right now, you cannot invest in a second source if you don't have the first source. So you got to make it make sense. And we know we live in a society, we live in a world. I ain't gonna say society, we live in a world that you got to have money. Okay, you got to have money. Some people don't like to talk about it, but we're gonna talk about it. You got to have money to survive in this world, unless you like. And the crazy thing, I said that I said something about the homeless people, and they're pretty dang smart. I mean, they escape taxes. They escape having to pay utility bills, insurance. I mean, they don't pay for nothing. But guess what? We give them money. They making money. And guess who they're making from? They leveraging us. And I just told y'all about leverage income, right? But think about the homeless people. They leverage you. If you ever gave a person that's homeless any money because why you feel sorry for them, guess what? That's leverage, baby. I'm not even mad about it. I'm not even mad about it. I'm not even upset about it. I'm not encouraging to go out there and be homeless either. But what I'm saying is that people are leveraging people every single day. Even the homeless people is leveraging people every single day, and they do good at it. Some of them probably got more money than we do because they leveraging who? People. But then some people get offended because you just trying to make money off me. No, I'm not trying to make money off you. I'm trying to make money with you. Okay. I'm not trying to make money off of nobody. I'm trying to make money with you. Hey, Levy, thanks for joining. But let me know where y'all tuning in from, if y'all tapping in. But yeah, but all I'm saying is, if this what I'm saying to you all resonate with y'all, all I'm saying is, if you want to tap in with me on today, like I said, I dropped the link into the comments. ShagithaLewis.com. That's all it is my name, my first and my last name.com. And you can go ahead and register and get the Zoom link for today for 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard. Like I said, or you can simply DM me to get the link if you missed it in the chat. But DM me and come see for yourself. That's all I can tell you is come see yourself. Thank you for joining, Kathy. Come see for yourself. I mean, like I said, it doesn't cost you to come look. And if it's not a fit for you, fine. It's not a fit for you. I mean, because like I said, like one thing, our CEO said, we're not begging nobody. We just positioning, putting a vehicle in front of you that could possibly help you change the trajectory of your life. That's all it is. And again, don't have the mindset have the poor mindset. Don't have the poor mindset. I mean, and the thing is, I'm like, and most people, like I said, I'm gonna say this is for people who, this is not for people. If you don't see yourself in having these 3 freedoms, then I would really say this is not for you. I would definitely tell you it is not for you. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, nothing's gonna ever get handed over to you. It's not. I mean, it's just like your job. You don't go to work and just sit there and they pay you for just sitting there. I mean, well, some jobs you might, depend on what it is. You know, nobody's saying, okay, just apply and I'll just pay you. You know what I'm saying? You got to work. They pay you to come to work. So when in business, pay yourself. Go to work and pay yourself in your business and position yourself to have your money work for you. Work hard for you. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Look, and I will be here. Like I said, I'll be here every day. I'm not going to give y'all no time, but I'm going to be talking about these 3 freedoms. Because what I'm saying, like, it may not be for you. Okay. And it's okay. So you can keep passing on because it may not be for you. But I'm talking to the people who this is for. I'm talking to people who are actually tired of working paycheck to paycheck. I'm talking to the people who don't have a second source of income, who don't know what will happen to them if they lost their job tomorrow, or if they walked into work and if they worked today, if they walked in and they lose a job, or if you on that last point, you on a point system, and you have maxed out your points, you're just about on the verge of not having a job. That's what I'm talking to, and you need a second source, something that you can follow and that you can actually go work if something happened, right? You won't work it anyway. Because you're doing this on a part-time basis. Anytime you get a second source of income, you're not working it full-time because it's called a part-time job. If you go get a nigga job, right? It's part-time job. So I mean, it's part-time. Mean that you're not doing it full-time unless you can, right? But no, it's part-time until you can turn it into a full-time. Because like I always say, this is, what I do. This is my plan A while I'm working my plan B. My plan B is my job or the work that I do every day. That's my plan B. It's not my plan A. My plan A is this what I'm talking to you about. This is my plan A. And I get to talk to people. We talk to people every day, right? Hey, Samuel, thanks for joining. You talk to people every day. I mean, I have a vision. It's big. It's tapped into my CEO's vision. The bounds of it is tapped into that vision. It's big. We talking about helping 100 million families. You feel me? That could be your family, right? I mean, because I know mine's being helped right now, right now. So I'm just saying, but and I never really just sit there and talk. But this is like the second time I really actually truly just talked about it yesterday and today. But I was listening to one of our directors, and and I hear it all the time. And I'm gonna share this with you. I was listening to one of our directors, and they always talked about being obsessed, right? And I'm like, what do you mean by obsessed? And I had to go ask my friend, Divine, right? So what do you mean? I'm gonna tell you what Divine told me. Look, let me So when I wanted to tap in, but when you become obsessed with, because they said they was obsessed with their business, right? And I'm like, what do you mean by, you're obsessed with your business? I'm look, I'm smart, but I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. How do you do that? So when you become obsessed with your business, or even you become obsessed with anything, it's not about forcing motivation, right? It's about aligning your business with your deeper purpose and wiring your mind for relentless execution. And it's like, okay, how do I do that though? You got to make this stuff personal. Even when we talk about persevering, time freedom, and financial, you got to make it personal, y'all. You got to make it, you got to tie whatever it is into something bigger than, money. So when she was telling me like to make it personal, she's like, tie your business to something bigger than money. Because like, I didn't even tap into this part, but it is bigger than money. It's about legacy. It's about impact. It's about freedom. It's more than just the freedom. So when she's like, when your business becomes the vehicle for your why, obsession's going to flow naturally, right? And then she told me, she said, okay, you got to immerse yourself. What do you mean by that, Divine? What do you mean? She told me, she said, surround yourself with success. That means consume content from higher level entrepreneurs, study the industry, engage with people who are already where you want to be. The more you're in the environment, the deeper your drive becomes. Then she gave me a little third step. She says, hey, you got to gamify this process. I'm like, well, how to gamify this process? She said, set challenges, track your progress, and reward yourself for milestones. Business isn't just work. It's a strategy game where the prize is your dream life. Do y'all have a strategy game to have your dream life? I want to know. Look, comment if y'all got a strategy game plan, right? Then she gave me a fourth thing to do, right? She says, shift from interest to identity. What do you mean by that? You're not just doing business. She said, you're not just doing business. You are the business. You got to become your business. You got to become what it is that you want, right? To become to be a part of your obsession, right? So when it's part, so she's like, when it's part of who you are, take action and become, taking action becomes second nature. Excuse me. Let me get you a little squid. And so, she gave me the fifth thing was to take massive action daily. It says action breeds momentum, whether it's content creation, prospecting, or refining your system. Daily execution locks in the obsession. So, whatever you're obsessed about, here's a blueprint right here. She gave me a 16, detach from comfort. Look, y'all, being obsessed and comfort don't coexist, right? So you got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, knowing that every stretch gets you closer to your vision. Do you even have a vision? Some people don't even have a vision. But those, look, Bible scholars will tell you, people without a vision, but without a vision, the people perish. So if you don't have a vision, you perish. If you don't have a goal, you don't have nothing to target. You don't have nothing to reach for. You don't have anything. So I encourage you on today, get a vision, write it. Just say, write the vision, make it plain. I know y'all done heard that before. And I'm not trying to go over here on you, but no, it makes sense. That's one of the best affirmations that I've seen in the Bible. One of the best affirmations. I call it affirmation. Write the vision, make it plain. I'm going to write my vision and I'm going to make it plain because I can see it. Because you can't reach for what you can't see, right? Have you ever really just sit and visualize what it is that you want? Have you ever just sit back, close your eyes, got in complete stillness and silence and visualize what it is that you want? It's a beautiful thing. Try it. And then, so Divine gave me a seventh thing to do, right? She says, stay hungry. You want to eat? Says celebrate wins, but never get complacent. And I believe that's what happened with some of us. We got complacent on these jobs, thinking that it's going to always be there. But the real obsession is in the process, not just the results. When your business becomes your mission, not just a side hustle, and we talked about that, you won't need to try to be obsessed. You just will be. But then, I got a little curious. How do I make my business an obsession, y'all? How do I do that? Because we need those steps too, right? So making the business obsession means shifting from doing business to living it, right? Wherever action aligns with a deeper purpose, look, this is how you got to shift, y'all. So your business is just, like I said, I already talked about, your business is just not about making money, right? It's about the impact you want to create. And you got to ask yourself, who am I serving? So who will you be serving? Who are you serving, right? What transformations am I helping them to achieve? Right? I had to, I had to dive deep in this, y'all. Look, I had to ask, and how does this business fit into my legacy? Because we're talking about a legacy. We're talking about a legacy where that's going to, benefit your children, your children's children, and your children's children's children. The people that you'll never meet. But guess what? You built it though. So when your business is tied to something greater than a paycheck, y'all, it fuels your drive. So what's driving y'all? Look, then she's like, turn your pain into purpose, right? Turn your pain into purpose. Look at your own journey. Look at y'all journey right now. Look, what is your journey? The challenges you've overcome. The things you wish you had known sooner. And y'all, look, I wish I'd known about this sooner. And the crazy thing about this is that I sit and watch for 8 months. That's what it says. Stop watching and start building. I watched this for 8 months, 6 to 8 months before I even took action. But here's the deal. In the midst of me watching, I was already in another opportunity, building it. So I was already building. But I transitioned because something happened in that particular opportunity that was supposed to happen, and it didn't. So I was like, you know what? Let me go over here. Right? So we got choices. We don't have to stay where we don't want. We can always change our mind, right? So you're not stuck when you do something. You can change your mind. But let me get back to what I was saying though. So the challenge so when you look at your own journey, the challenges you overcome, right? The things you wish you had known sooner. Your business should be the bridge that helps others walk that path with more ease. How many stories have you told somebody and it helped them, right? So your personal elevation is the blueprint for your mission. You got to know your mission in anything that you do. What is your mission? So you got to make a daily commitment. So when you do with anything, even your job, you got a daily commitment already set to make sure you can continue to build somebody else's dream. Right? Your commitment is to get up every day, go to work, right? Do your time, take your 2 breaks and your lunch, go home, and do the same thing over again. That's your daily commitment already right now. So, but what the mission doesn't operate in feelings. They move on discipline. And guess what? You disciplined. We've all are disciplined to go to work, do our job, get our 2 breaks and a lunch, go home, and do that cycle all over again. And when I say we, I'm talking in a general sense, because anybody with a job, that's what they do. That's what we do. So you have to set non-negotiable actions that move your business forward daily. Somebody already did those non-negotiable actions for you when you work your job. You build habits that reinforce success. They already had that built for you. They help you create that habit. That's why you get up every day and go. You show up even when motivation is low because the mission doesn't stop. You show up every day because if you don't show up every day, that means your job stops. Right? So you show up every day, even when you are unmotivated, when you're not feeling good, you show up every single day, and they don't care. They want you there sick. And even if they send you home, guess what? You still gonna get a point. You still gonna get that point anyway. They don't want you there sick, but you're gonna get a point. Now you might can take a job, you might can take a doctor's note and that might help you. But some jobs you can take a note and it still don't help. All right. So the 4th thing is speak your mission to an existence. the way you talk about your business matters. So I had to do this, to stop saying I have a business. No. Let me tell y'all who I help though. I help introvert women build financial freedom on their own terms. And like I said, and if y'all can see in the back, in the back here, I have Quiet Queens Academy. That's the platform that I'm building, and it's just for, it's a platform to help introvert women to basically come out of their shell a little bit. I'm an introvert, and I know y'all probably don't believe it because I'm sitting here on this Zoom, but I'm gonna tell you what, I'm sitting on this Zoom, but I'm sitting on this live. But you think about it, being on live is actually easy. I know sometimes, when I first started, it was hard because I was having a identity check where I'm thinking about, what would people say if I got on here, and what would they say and what would they think? I don't care. I don't care what another person think. I had to get out of that. Had to deconstruct some belief systems. And some of y'all might have to do that to get people out your head. They living rent free in your head. Come on. Anyway, what's the next thing you have to do? Your language locks in your identity, so you have to own it. So when you're saying who you're helping and what you're doing, you have to own it. And a lot of us own a lot of stuff that we need to disown. Okay. So in the 15th, she says, surround yourself with mission-driven people. Your circle either strengthens or weakens your mission. And that's in any aspect, whether it's business or not. Connect with those who are obsessed with impact, growth, and elevation. I don't surround myself with people who don't have an impact, who are not in growth, and who are not elevating. I want to be around somebody that can help impact me, grow, and elevate me. The energy around you will either fuel you or it will drain your vision. And you have some people out there, we call them energy vampires. I can't do them. I'm an empath. I take on people's energy. That's why I have to keep myself protected. Okay. And like I said, and being an introvert, I love to hear me. I love people. And you got some introverts who don't like people, but I love people. But I can only spend so much time around because I draw the energy, and it's draining. So when I say, and it can happen here, just being being on a live, or basically, or being on Zoom. Let me say Zoom for the most part, because sometimes when you're on Zoom, you're seeing people, and sometimes you can just pull their energy. I do. I don't intentionally do it. It just happens. And sometimes I get real exhausted, and I'll be like, okay, y'all, I gotta get off here. All right, but yeah. So here's the next thing: is detach from distractions. We have so many distractions, y'all. I'm just tap into it. Look, you can't be mission driven if you consistently is distracting. You got to cut out anything that pulls you away from your vision, whether it be negativity, just talking about unnecessary scrolling, y'all. We be on these social platforms scrolling. Do you hear me? And I'm gonna say this because sometimes I get on here to make a post, but I'll tell you what, I love watching people dance because I think I can dance, y'all. I think I can dance, but I love to watch people dance. So sometimes I'll be on there getting ready to post, and I'm like, I'll see something pop up. You know how they get you sucked in. They have little things you might be interested in, so they'll put it right there, and I'm like, and I'm a big fan of Janet Jackson, y'all, and so I'll go and I'll tap on it because I'm trying to see what kind of dance they're doing, right? I get stuck. I'm stuck for like about 30 minutes up there scrolling. I'm like, wait a minute, this is not what you got on here for. You got on here to make a post, check to see if anybody, come, to reply back to anybody that's that you need to engage with. That's what you're on here for. But I get distracted. So you got to detach from distraction. So I'm gonna tell you what I did. I turned my notifications off. I did. I turned my notifications off. And I get on there and I do what's necessary, what I need to do, and I get off. Right. If anytime, if you're on social media when it's related to business, I say 30 minutes to an hour. You go in there and do what you need to do. Because if you need to engage, you need to make your post. and then do a little bit of engagement, respond to people. It shouldn't take no more than 30 minutes to an hour, right? And then also, detach from low value activities. Thing that's not going to bring you value, don't be entertaining it. Don't entertain it because it's wasting your time when that time could be put into something else. And then you want to commit to mastery, right? A mission requires mastery. Study industries. I will talk about this just a little bit of. Learn high impact skills. If you learn those skills that you need, invest in mentorship. And that's one thing that we have over here. We have mentorship. It don't cost you. And the more valuable you become, the more unstoppable your mission becomes, right? And then you want to embody energy of success. I love energy, y'all, because you know what? We are nothing but energy. And we're connected. We're connected. And some people don't like your energy because it's too strong for them. Some people like to live into their negative energy. Some people love living in the negative energy. I don't. That's why people can't connect with me, and I won't connect with them if you're negative. I won't, because you'll get tired of me. Because I'm a transmuter. I'm an alchemist. I'm gonna always transmute. You gonna say something? I'm gonna say something. Say, well, have you thought about it this way? Did you think about it like this? I don't do negative. I don't do negativity. And I even for myself, sometimes, we get in this space because I'm like, I'm in this biological spacesuit. So I do sometimes be going over here, be like, well, hold on, Shakika, what are you doing? This is not what we do. But sometimes it's okay not to be okay. But just don't live there. Don't build a house and live in the not okay. Okay. So, but anyway, when we talk about embodying the energy of success, if you want others to take your business serious, you have to take it serious first. Your brand presence and the actions you should reflect the mission you claim to have. You got to walk in it, right? So when your business is no longer just a thing you do, but who you are, you've made it your mission. And when your mission is locked in, success becomes inedible. So I'm just saying, y'all, look, those some duplicatable steps that you can use, when you tap in, when you get that second source of income, like I said, Uncle Warren Buffett said, you have to invest in a second source. So meaning the word investment, you got to spend money into another source of income, right? And when you get that, then here's a blueprint for being obsessed with your business and the mission, right? So again, what I said, if you want to find out how you can transition from being over here to over here, if you don't have financial freedom, personal freedom, or time freedom, and you want to know how you can transition over into those freedoms right there, I'm telling you right now, tap in with me today at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard. DM me for the link to go ahead and get registered for it and tap in with me. And the reason I drop the link, because the thing is, it'll automatically send it to you. So if I miss a DM or anything like that, and that's not my goal to miss it, because like I told you, I don't really turn my notifications on. I have to go and physically go into it. Any one of these platforms, like I'm right now, I am on Facebook, not Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube and TikTok. So I am streaming live right now on all 4 of these platforms. So if I miss it, y'all DM me, send me a message. I'll definitely be looking for you all to connect with you. It's about a connection, y'all. It's about connecting. It's about me getting to know who you are and knowing your goals, what it is that you want, because at the end of the day, it's important. So I'm here to help you get these 3 freedoms. I'm already plugged into them. I'm already plugged in. So if you're not plugged into these 3 freedoms right here, and you want to be plugged in, I say tap in with me today at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard, and come see. Like I said, No product sales, no pushiness, no none of that. Nobody's forcing you to do anything. We're only just asking you to and see, come and see if this is a fit for you. If it's not, good. If it is, good. Either way, it's good. I mean, because everything's not a fit for everybody, right? But one thing I could tell you, if it is a fit for you, you will definitely have all the support that you need from me, definitely from me. We have our top mentors in income earners. We have all of them available to us. They're not the people who you can't talk to or get access to or anything like that, because sometimes you get in business with some partners, and the top earners, you can't even have access to them. And that's the beautiful thing about our CEO and our founder, is that he's not that untouchable. Is he real about what his mission is and what his vision is? Absolutely. He's not gonna play with it. He's a serious man, very serious. I mean, and most of them are. I mean, because we out here, we have a vision to help change people's lives, and our visionary is to help 100 million families. So, and we already at 130,000 plus active agents right now. So it's going to happen with or without you. And we're definitely in momentum right now. We're definitely in momentum. And I'll say, if you partner with me or partner with anyone in this space, you coming in at the right time. I'm telling you, at the right time. And I would like to say this too. We're talking about debt free, no debts. So, and just even say this: the compensation plan is very, very, very aggressive, and we're talking about not one source, but 8 source of income inside this beautiful opportunity. So, if you want to know more about that, like I said, go to ShakithaLewis.com. You know how to spell my name. It is Shakitha in me. So just take the and me off and put Lewis.com. And go ahead and plug in. It's going to come up to a page. I don't know if I can actually share that with you. It's going to show a picture of me, right? And it's going to say, what did it say? It's going to say, oh goodness, I don't know. It's kind of a little comical, but it's because I sometimes I can be a little comical, but I have like quite a few pages, and I want to say this: look, everybody don't got to do what I do, but that's just what I do. It says it's gonna say, you click for a reason. Let's see if this is for you, and it's gonna ask you 2 questions. Answer those questions. Agree, and once you create, it's gonna say the next. It's gonna say next. Reserve for the private session. Okay, so and then you're gonna go ahead and put your name, phone number, email address, and click submit. Okay, and then you're going to get a email. So you're gonna check your email. Make sure you check your email so that you get the link. You'll get 2 reminders, and being that it's Sunday, so because somehow I don't know if I even want to fix that, but I gotta make sure. But if you click on it and you don't get the reminder, I will get a notification. Okay, I'll get the notification, and I'll make sure that you get the reminder. I'll send a reminder out to you if I have to send it out to you manually. But I do try to do things on automation because, honey, I'm gonna tell you right now, I do not want to be trying to remember all this stuff. So I set things up on automation. That's one thing that if you do decide that you want to partner with me, I will set you up on automations, okay? Because I believe in automations to give you more time to have time to, really engage with people and not be trying to be busy trying to think about, okay, this link, that link, or whatever. And because like I said, I love ease. and I love ease along with the speed. So in that, when you set up automations, it does help you be a little bit faster at what you're doing. So anyway, I have been on here for like an hour and 49 minutes, and I appreciate you, Chris, for staying, hanging out with me. Like I said, if this is something that resonates with you, go ahead and tap in with me. Send me a message over here on TikTok. Also, if you are tuning in on Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube, and you want this information, I did drop in the comments my link, that is shakithalewis.com. Go ahead and connect with me. Go ahead and get signed up. Reserve your spot. I'll look forward to seeing you on there. Look, y'all, I appreciate y'all so much. And like I said, I'll be back here on tomorrow. And we're gonna be talking about this thing. And also, if y'all like to, have a call with me, just like a 15-minute call, we can hop on a Zoom call and you still talk about your goals, things like that. What you want, and seeing if this, if this is a fit for you. And if you can't make it on today, you can also again uh, send a message to me, and I'll get you the link to book a call with me. Okay, it's actually shakithalewis.com/meeting. So you can actually connect with me, and we can sit down and have a 15-minute discussion. Right. I discovered, like I said, but I believe the Shakita Lewis, let me see. I can't even spell my own name. How about that? Yeah, I know. My keyboard's loud. It's got an electronic keyboard. It's pretty cool. Make sure I got, because like I said, I have several. Um, but this one right here will get you to consider and have a conversation, and like we can talk about it a little bit. Talk about your goals, things like that, and then we just move forward. I mean, either way, either whatever you decide is going to always be good, because you know what's good for you. I don't, but I know that this vehicle right here can get you definitely to those three freedoms that you want, if that's what you want. Like I said, everybody don't want it. So if that's you, I'm not talking to you. I mean, and not trying to come across like, cold or anything, but no, I'm not talking to you. If you don't want to be free, if you don't want your time, financial or personal freedom, I mean, I'm not talking to you. If you are happy with what you're doing, I mean, stay there. I mean, if you feel that you are secured in that job, stay there. I mean, and I know I talked to somebody who worked, at Walmart 20 something years, 22 years. And I asked her, I said, how's that working out for you? She told me, well, I said, okay. She says, I said, so if it's not, not what you think, I said, so why you stay so long? Because I have so much invested in it. So I even asked her the question. I said, so if this job was not available for you tomorrow, will you be able to survive? You know what she told me? She told me no. But yet she has a lot invested in Walmart. But Walmart doesn't have a lot invested into her. So you got to change. You got to change that. You got to make sure that you are invested in you, because these companies are not invested in you. You put so much investment in them, they're not trying to get you to these three freedoms at all. Because you know why? Because you're building it for them. So I'm just saying, look, I know I've been on here almost going on 2 hours. So it's time for me to get off of here. And I'll be back tomorrow. But like I said, if you want to tap in with me, go ahead, go to shakithalewis.com. And if you want to sit and have a 15-minute business discovery call with me, go to shakithalewis.com/meeting. So you're just going to tag on meeting at the end of that. You can book a call with me Monday through Friday. I don't do Saturdays and Sundays, okay? Because I have to start, I have to set my DMOs up, make sure I'm getting those income producing activities set in place, because look, I'm busy, all right? So you got to book on my calendar. I'm not just going to be like, okay, you know, I'm available, because I'm not. This is serious. This is real. Okay. So like I said, if you want to meet with me for 15 minutes, that's shakithalewis.com/meeting. Or if you are wanting to tap in with me on today on this exclusive business overview, go to shakithalewis.com. All right. But y'all, I appreciate y'all. For those who hung out with me on today, I appreciate you so much. Much love to you. And I will see you on tomorrow. Y'all have a divine day if I don't see you on the Zoom later on. All right. I'm out of here.